Hey, third grade, it's your friendly neighborhood third grade teacher, and I'm so excited to be with you again today. And before I go on any further, let me tell you, look at my face. I am so excited for how well you guys did on the last chapter test. You guys smashed it, and I'm so proud of you. But I would like to say that I was surprised, but really I'm not because I have so many multiplication masters. Hi-ya! And so it makes sense. But I know it took a lot of hard work and concentration, and you guys did it. So good job. And it gets me really excited to see what you're going to do with this next chapter. All right, we started yesterday, and it's on division. But that's no problem, right? We've done division. We've done well. We're going to do it again. Because we know I say up, you say down. I say left, you say right. I say boy, you say girl. I say add, you say subtract. I say multiply, you say divide, right. We know that adding and subtraction are opposites. And just like you have an opposites with adding and subtracting, you have opposites with multiplication and division. In other words, if you know your multiplication facts, and you know your division facts. Because a multiplication fact going from left to right is going to be a division fact going from right to left. So I'm excited for this next chapter. It's going to be a little bit more involved than the previous division chapter that we had, but nothing that we cannot handle. I'm just going to need for you to buckle up, focus in, and work hard. Keep working hard. All right, well, for today's lesson, it's dividing by multiples of 10. We like multiples of 10, whether you're multiplying or dividing. Multiples of 10, when it comes down to it, it's all a matter of those zeros, okay? So let's go ahead and get down to it. I have my book. I hope you have your book too. We're on page 183, and this is lesson 7.2, divided by multiples of 10. Now I'm reading the math mysteries at the very beginning so you can follow along as I read. It says, during the winter, musk oxen traveled through the Arctic tundra in herds of 50 or more. In the summer, the herds roamed the tundra in smaller numbers. If a herd of 50 musk oxen were evenly divided into 5 groups, how many musk oxen would be in each group? All right, now I know you see the division sentence down there and everything else, and you see the answer, but let's break this down. Remember that step 1 of any math mystery is to identify the question. They're asking how many musk oxen would be in each group. That's the question, how many oxen in each group. Secondly is to collect all the information that's important. You need to know that there are 50 oxen altogether, and they are dividing them into groups of 5. Okay, they're wanting us to separate them. Third step is to decide, well, what am I going to do with it? Now, again, I know this is a division chapter, and Mrs. Smith, just divide already. But I want you to understand why we are dividing. Whenever you have a large group and they're asking you to separate it into smaller groups, smaller equal groups, that's when you know you need to divide. And they even gave you a clue word in if a herd of 50 were evenly divided. Okay, but that's okay. That was a freebie, okay? So we are going to divide. And I've written down, and it's in your book, the division sentence for that math mystery. So here these rods represent the 50 that we're beginning with. And they're wanting us to separate them into 5 equal groups. All right, so here's one group, a second group, third group, fourth group, and 5 groups. I've divided my 50 into 5 equal groups. Well, when I do that, how many are in each group? Well, this is a rod, and we know rods, they represent groups of 10. So each group has 10 in them, okay? So that 50 divided into 5 groups is equal to 10. And that makes sense because 50 divided by 5 has to be 10 because 10, you know what I'm going to say, times 5 is equal to 50. Okay, remember that goes back to I say up, you say down, opposites. Multiplication and division are opposites, so it works here. All right, and then they gave us a second math mystery. It says musk oxen were once nearly extinct. Now there are over 2,000 musk oxen. Try saying that hard. Try saying that. Musk oxen. Cool, that's hard. Now there are over 2,000 musk oxen in Alaska. If this number were evenly divided into 4 groups, how many musk oxen would there be in each group? Now I'm going to tell you a secret. I know the picture has, in your book, it has the picture of the big cube, which represents 1,000, and then they do pictures. I didn't have space, and I didn't have time, and that's a good point. The pictures are always good, but it's not always practical, okay? And so we're going to have to learn, how do you divide these larger numbers without drawing a picture? And I'm going to tell you how. Something very important that I need for you to know. You find the basic fact. All right, we're going to go ahead and cut to the chase on this multiplication, on this division word problem. Our sentence to solve it is 2,000 divided by 4. Now, I know you're multiplication masters, but we did not go up to the 2,000s, okay, when it came to memorizing our facts. But there's a multiplication sentence in here that will look familiar in just a moment. 2,000 divided by 4, look closely and see this. I want you to ignore these two zeros for right now, okay? And when you do that, do you see the basic fact? 20 divided by 4. We know what 20 divided by 4 because we're multiplication masters. 20 divided by 4 is equal to 5. Right, equal to 5. Okay, but Mrs. Smith, the original problem was 2,000 divided by 4. Yes, that is true. So this is what we're going to do. 20 divided by 4 is 5. And you know what we do with these two zeros right here? We're just going to add them to the end. That's it. 2,000 divided by 4 is 500. If we can find the basic fact, we're going to be good as gold. All right, and that's why they have the next problem written the way that it is. All right, we have 6 divided by 3. We know what 6 divided by 3 is. 6 divided by 3 is what? It's 2, right? We know it's 2 because 2 times 3 is 6. Okay, we know that. Remember, if you divide going from the left to the right, then you can multiply going from the right to the left. They're opposites. All right, so what if we start adding multiples of 10? All right, 6 tens divided by 3 is what? All right, first let's look for that basic fact. I'm just going to cover up the tens right here, okay? Let's just pretend like it's just 6. Again, 6 divided by 3 is what? It's 2. But the original problem, the whole problem, is really 60, okay? 60 divided by 60 divided by 3. Well, you see that 0 right here? I'm going to add it just like that, all right? So 60, or 6 tens divided by 3 is 20. All right, let's look at the next one. We have 6 hundreds divided by 3. What's the basic fact? I'm just going to cover this up, okay? So the basic fact, again, is 6 divided by 3, which is 2. Well, I know that the original problem is really 600. Okay, I'm going to just put that right there, 600. All right, so in the number 600, I'm going to just cover up those zeros. Okay, so you can see that it's still 6 divided by 2. Excuse me, 6 divided by 3. Those two zeros, I'm just going to add right here. Okay, do you see a pattern happening? Oops. Do you see a pattern here? I had a 0, 1 0. I added a 0 here, 1 0. For this one, I have 2 zeros. In my answer, I have 2 zeros. Okay, let's do the next one. I have 6,000s divided by 3. All right, again, the basic fact is 6 divided by 3, which is 2. All right, well, let's just kind of pretend like it is 6,000, or it is 6,000, but let me go ahead and write it out as a number. All right, and the number is 6,000. How many zeros do I have? 3. Guess how many zeros I'm going to add to my 2? 3. All right. All right, so 6,000 divided by 3 is 2,000. Okay, so what I'm wanting us to do is to focus in on that basic fact. If you can do that, you're going to be fine. Whoop! Smart board. All right. Okay, let's do it one more time. All right, this time it's 7 divided by 7. We know that basic fact. 7 divided by 7 is 1. Okay, 7 divided by 7 is 1 because 1 times 7 is 7. Okay, remember we can use the opposites to check if we're not sure. All right, so let's go on to the next one. If we have 7 tens divided by 7, what is that? Let's just look for the basic fact. I'm going to cover up the word tens. We know 7 divided by 7 is 1. If it was 7 7 tens, or 70, guess what? How many zeros do you have in the number 70? I see 1 0. Guess how many I'm going to have in my answer? 1 0. All right? Okay, the next one, 7 hundredths divided by 7. Again, find the basic fact. 7 divided by 7, it's 1. It's still 1. All right? Well, but this one says 7 hundredths. Okay, let me do this. That's 700 right there, right? How many zeros do I have in 700? I have 2. So guess how many zeros I need to add in my answer? 2. Here we go. All right, let's do the last one. I have 7 thousands divided by 7. First thing, find the basic fact. Find the basic fact. 7 divided by 7 is 1. Okay, and we know the actual number is 7,000. Okay, 7,000. So I'm going to look at how many zeros I'm working with. I have 1, 2, 3 zeros here. Guess how many zeros I need here? 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. Okay, now let's go ahead and do a couple more. This time they didn't write the dividend with words. They went ahead and wrote it out in standard form. But no worries, we've got this. We're going to look for the basic fact, look to see how many zeros there are, and then I'm going to add my zeros to my answer. All right, first one, 8 divided by 4 is, it's 2, okay? Because 2 times 4 is 8. That's our basic multiplication fact. All right, so let's start working with these multiples of 10. All right, so 80 divided by 4. First, look for the basic fact. Here it is. 8 divided by 4 is still 2, but with that 0, I'm going to add it. So 80 divided by 4 is 20. All right, for the next one, 800 divided by 4. Oh, my word. Got this. Look for the basic fact. 8 divided by 4. Right there. 8 divided by 4 is 2. I remove my hands to find 2 zeros. I'm going to put 2 zeros right here in my answer. And then 8,000 divided by 4. You got this. Basic fact is 8 divided by 4. Okay? 8 divided by 4. Same thing. 8 divided by 4 is 2. But now I need to reveal those zeros. How many zeros do I have? 3. So I'm going to have 3 zeros on my answer as well. 1, 2, 3. Not bad, is it? No, it's not bad at all. All right, let's go ahead and go on to number 4. Remember, we're going to find the basic fact. Okay, they went ahead and got us started. This is 9 divided by 3, and we know 9 divided by 3 is 3, because 3 times 3 is 9. All right, so let's go ahead and apply it with some multiples of 10. All right, 90 divided by 3. Again, find the basic fact. Here it is, 9 divided by 3. Okay, 9 divided by 3 is still 3. And then let me see how many zeros I have. I have 1, so I'm going to add 1 0 here. Next one, 900 divided by 3. Find the basic fact. 9 divided by 3. Okay, I'm going to cover up those zeros for right now. 9 divided by 3 is still 3. Remove my hand. How many zeros do I have? I have 2. So I'm going to put 2 in my answer, or my quotient. Big fancy word for answer. All right, and then the last one, 9,000 divided by 3. Look for the basic fact. 9 divided by 3. I'm going to cover up those zeros for right now. 9 divided by 3 is still 3. When I remove my hand, I need to look to see how many zeros I have. I have 3. I need to add 3 zeros to my answer. All right? All right, are you getting it? I hope so, because we got one more. And then you're on your own. Well, not on your own. Then you're going to do some on your own and then check it. All right, let's go ahead and do one more. I'll make it a different color. All right, so let's look at this is actually number 5. I misnumbered though. Mrs. Smith was, I don't know, in La La Land, I don't know. Okay, so we have 28 divided by 4. Oh, wait a minute, Mrs. Smith. What is that? 28 divided by 4? It is 7. Remember that? 28 divided by 4 is 7, because 7 times 4 is 28. So that's our basic fact. So you might say, oh, but Mrs. Smith, that's a 2-digit. It doesn't matter. Just find the basic fact. All right, so let's go on to the next one. 280 divided by 4. Find the basic fact. Here's 28 right here. And here's my 4. Okay. So 28, let me use 2 fingers. 28 divided by 4 is 7. I remove my fingers, and there's 1 0 there. So I need to put 1 0 in my answer. All right, this one, yeah, it looks like a huge number, but you've got this. 2,800 divided by 4. Just look for the basic fact. I still have that 28 right here. Okay, you see it? 28 divided by 4. It is still, and I'll cover up these zeros. 28 divided by 4 is still 7. I remove my fingers, 2 zeros. So guess how many zeros I'm going to add to the end of this? 2. Same number. So 2,800 divided by 4 is 700. All right, so for today, we're just working with multiples of 100. Excuse me, multiples of 10. All I'm asking you to do is to find the basic fact. If you can find the basic fact, you're going to be fine. And then any zeros that you have, you're going to add the same number to your answer. All right, so for you, now you're going to go ahead and continue working on number 6. And then do some more, but they've kind of got them all mixed up, but that's fine. And do the math mysteries on number 25 and 26. So all the way from 6 to 26. And then when you're done, I love to document in the lesson that you can go through and you can check your answers, see how you did. Let me know how you did. I'm really excited to see how you guys did today. So let me know if you got them all right, or, oh, I missed 2 of them, or, I got both math mysteries. Let me know, okay? Until then, work hard, 3rd grade. So proud of you. Keep up the hard work, okay? That was Bandit. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.